Everybody, today's Tuesday, and I really do mean to make more videos than what I have been. I know I say that all the time, but I've got to, really. But I'm just going to jump in with my topic today. I noticed starting about a month ago that I was angry all the time. And I couldn't figure out where the anger was coming from. Then I did realize I was angry because I was tired. I was angry because I was hurting. I was angry because I couldn't open a bottle of water. I was angry because my hip would be stiff. It just kept growing and kept growing. And then when I'd have really bad days to where everything would hurt, then I was even more mad because I had more things hurting. And it just grew and grew. And it took me somewhere around 3 or 4 weeks because my anger spilled over to my husband. I feel like to my daughter, probably because I'm the closest to them two. And I became snappy. And then I realized it wasn't their fault, it was mine. So let me explain. I did a video a couple of years ago, and I know that you have to go through your mourning process because we have lost the life that we used to have. So you have to mourn what you used to have. And you have to go through all the steps. And I did that. And I felt I had done that. But I realized this last month that I had skipped the anger. The whole time I've had this great attitude about it. And I have had my times of crying or feeling down. But I try to keep more or less a positive attitude. And so I never did really go through the anger. I really didn't. And so somewhere along the line it came now. But it did come. And it took me, like I said, about 3 or 4 weeks to realize I was angry all the time, and I was angry at my body for letting me down. And I was angry because we've lived in this house 7 years, and I'm just now got the kitchen done, and I'm just now barely doing anything to the other rooms. And it was just compounded. My grandkids are growing up right in front of my eyes, and they're growing up so fast. One of them turned 7 yesterday. That's fast. And so I was just so angry because I feel like I'm missing out on so much. So I let myself go through the anger. After I realized why I was angry, I let myself go through it. And then I'm going back to my positive, yeah, it could be worse. Well, you know what? Everybody tries to say that to make themselves feel better. But we are experiencing what we are experiencing at this time. It is ours. Our pain is ours. Our tired is ours. There's somebody else that's hurting worse, and there's somebody else that's in a worse situation than me, and I understand that. But we have to embrace what is ours. Just because we say somebody else is in worse shape doesn't do anything for what we're feeling. It really doesn't. It's okay to take what is yours today and claim it. But then at some point you got to let it go, and you got to realize I have to learn to deal with what I have right now, because we all know lupus just gets worse. It's not going to get better unless you go into remission. So if I can't embrace where I'm at today and the limitations I have today, how am I going to embrace them in a couple of years? So yeah, there's nothing wrong with going through my anger as long as I don't stay in it. So I felt the need to share that video because I didn't realize I hadn't been angry, really angry. And then I realized why I was snappy at my husband and my daughter, because, for so long I have been going, I'm okay. Even if they ask me, I go, yeah, it's not too bad. So I was pushing myself beyond my limits. But then I would get mad because they didn't understand. Well, how can I get mad at them when I'm the one doing the line? They can only go on by what I say. And so all this time I tried to say as much as possible, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad today. Yeah, we'll do that. um, I can't do that anymore. I'm not going to anymore because I'm giving them false hope of something I'm trying to do, and then I pay the price for doing it. Because you push yourself every day anyway. But I mean, going beyond that means I'm not going to do it. And once I accepted that, I felt better. And I don't think I'll be angry because it was me that was doing the pushing, and it was me not telling that no, I can't. And I can see that it's a little different in my husband now because he's kind of like, don't you want to ride with me? So, no, I don't. I need to lay down. Well, we'll just be riding, you know. It's a beautiful day. It is. It's a beautiful day, but I'm laying down. So, like I told him, you know, I had a little crying spell. I didn't tell him, you know, about that I knew I had been angry and what I had come to. But I did tell him I knew it wasn't fair. It wasn't me that was just sick. It affects everybody around you, and you do have to be sensitive to that. And like I told him, he's a wonderful man. I've got the best daughter and the best husband in the world. I'll tell you, this man is great. And I know it's affected his life. And it makes me feel good when he does leave and goes somewhere and does something. Because then I don't feel like I've got the guilt that I'm just holding him to the house. So I think he's realizing that more and more. But I've got a terrible sinus headache. It's killing me. It's hurting so bad. Yeah, with the season changing. But I'll let you go. I didn't mean for it to be too long. And y'all leave your comments down below. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.